We've already discussed the possibility that Jon and Dany will have a child together. And it seems that theories spread pretty far around the internet because it's hard to open a Reddit thread these days without seeing someone worrying about the consequences of JD boat baby. So let's assume it's not just a possibility but a certainty. For the sake of argument, here's a collection of some of the more serious concerns around this not-so-shocking future twist, a twist that'll almost certainly happen in the lead-up to an ending George R.R. Martin has described as bittersweet. Related article Game of Thrones Season 8 Everything You Need to Know advertisement Continue reading BELOW1. Jon and Dany's baby could be the next Mad King, but this is the big one that's got Game of Thrones geeks hot under the collar. In the world of Westeros, incest is frowned upon, but it happens. Especially amongst Targaryens, who like the Ptolemaic pharaohs practice incest to keep the bloodline pure. But every now and then, sleeping with your aunt, cousin, brother, mother in Westeros throws up an utterly evil or mad family member. We've seen it in the Mad King, and more recently with Dany's brother Viserys. Remember him, the one who did the ice bucket challenge with a pot of molten gold, and, actually, with Joffrey, who wasn't a Targaryen, but was the product of incest, and who was a poisonous little sadist. Incest babies have a propensity for evil in Westeros. Fans are worried that Jon and Dany could have the same traits as Joffrey, leading to an ironic end to the series. In keeping with the show's "the more things change, the more they stay the same" vibe, Jon and Dany will rule wisely, but their successor will basically mess everything up all over again. Still, there are reasons to be cheerful. Firstly, there's the actual science that incest babies aren't actually all dangerous sociopaths, not that God particularly cares about science. But, mainly there's the fact Jon's got Stark blood, basically the goodest and most honorablest blood around, which should hopefully cancel out any Targaryen nastiness. Also, Daenerys is pretty determined to break the wheel of good monarch history, so would she put her child on the throne at all, whether he or she was pleasant or not too. Jon and Dany's baby could be killed by Tyrion. Advertisement Continue reading below. Attentive fans have noticed something interesting about the moment in Season 4's The Mountain and the Viper, where Tyrion lists all the different terms for killing someone. The list is matricide, patricide, infanticide, suicide, and some fans believe all of these terms will eventually apply to Tyrion. He killed his mother when he was born, then killed his father with a crossbow as an adult. Some feel this is the beginning of a pattern, and that Tyrion will kill a baby next, before taking his own life, because of the subsequent guilt. And this has arguably been foreshadowed. Remember that look Tyrion gave Jon and Dany before the boat sex? If Hess unhappy about them getting together, imagine how he'll feel if a baby comes out of the union. And before you say, "That's a ludicrously tenuous argument, why do I even come to this stupid site anymore?" recall that George R.R. Martin always reveals his twists in 3 stages: the first invisible to all but the sharpest of readers, the second so that the general clever clogs can spot it, and the third so that even an idiot can't miss it. Think about all the invisible foreshadowing in that little Finger quote about people die at their dinner tables. 3. Jon and Dany's baby could make them vulnerable. HBO.